about Tamalpas. Wind, sky, clouds, earth, little critters, little miniature dinosaurs, little lizards, deers, and crickets. All these little things in nature. Thank you, Larry. Thank you for giving us this wonderful deck. It's changed my life. Oh. It's changed my dance. It's changed everything in my body. To have nature, my companion. I remember grandfather. I remember grandfather. I remember my grandfather.
Big, gray, Hasidic beard, praying in temple. Body bobbing in the rhythm of prostration. I thought grandfather, with his long white hair and enveloping gray beard, looked like God. The way he ecstatically moved his body in worship, I thought for sure God must be a dancer. I don't ever remember not dancing. I remember mother's stoic love, father's ferocious humor, my belly filled with fire. Whew. I remember wanting to go to the best dance school on the south side of Chicago, but they had filled their Jewish quota for that year, so I was barred from entry. Reminds me of the yellow stars they sewed into our sleeves, the walls they built around our dreams, small ghettos they tried to disappear us into. But like my ancestors and their ancestors before, we are not ones to let walls define our future. We are still fueled by the unexpected oil that lasted 8 days and 7 nights when it was only supposed to last one. They could stop me from entering their academic hallways, but couldn't stop my movement from finding its source. I remember receiving love letters in the form of watercolor sketches from my beloved husband, one of my most influential teachers. He taught me to trust in the process. The process led me into the circle of family. He built me this dance deck, carved of the forest's body, constructed on the thighs and hips of a mountain's memory, a wild place I could explore my way into. I remember him taking me to a windswept beach. Piles of driftwood we formed into temporary sculpture shaped by the dance of wave and salt, sand and sun. I remember the fire we built at sundown, bodies jumping over flame, the ash, the coal, and what became of our feet when we awoke. I remember the blackbird who flew into my window after the doctor diagnosed me with cancer. Angular black wings flapping against my worry and fear. I thought it was the mythic blackbird from Jewish mythology, the one who comes for the dying to take them back to Mount Zion. I remember asking the blackbird of my fate. I remember in my silence, the blackbird telling me she would grant me life, but only if I promised to dedicate my dance to something that matters. Most days, I can still feel those wings flapping against the insides of my ribs. I remember New York City, staging parades and changes. One of the early dance performances including onstage nudity. I remember outside of the theater receiving a warrant for my arrest for indecent exposure, as if the human body, in all of its grace, were something to hide, something dangerous. As if this human body were a threat to homeland security, as if this body were not home, as if there was such a thing as security. I remember so many things, especially the ones that are too big to fit on any post-it note or to-do list. Stories that linger just beneath my skin. I offer these memories to you, my grandchild, my child, my kin. Yesterday, you asked me what advice I would give you, a young artist on the road of life. Today, I will tell you, be courageous, be outrageous. Let your art take you to places you didn't expect to go. But most importantly, learn your instrument. If you are a dancer, learn how your body works. If you are a poet, immerse yourself in the rich territory of language. Explore the roots of words and travel where sap meets syllable, where branch meets hand. Find your story and share it. You are what matters to me, my child, my grandchild, my kin.
Now, when I was young, I liked to get down But when you're 95, getting down is a bit of a problem. So I kind of learned something about my body, and so I'm going to try to get down.
Oh,
I remember when I was teaching the seniors at Redwood Senior House, they saw me take my shoes and socks off. And so one lady said, well, can I take my shoes off? And the other lady said, I can get them off, but I don't think I can get them back on. So let's see how we're going to get up. That's even worse. Okay. Once you get up, then where are you going? Well, Jahan said, what really matters are your kin. That's where I'm going. Somebody said, is she faking it? No, I'm not. I'm trying to walk my trials.
you.